doing so, the world champions kicked off their Premier League campaign at home with a 0-0 draw against Crystal Palace. We didn't win, but we didn't lose.
What do you think about the performance, though? We've been talking about debuts. You know, this is officially, you know, in the league.
Premier League debut for João Pedro. It wasn't the lofty heights of what his Club World Cup debut was. I expect. The Prem is a different beast, and I said it. I think it's one thing to talk about how lackluster Chelsea were, but you have to give respect to Crystal Palace and how they perform. Crystal Palace, when they're away from Selhurst Park, very compact, very transitional. Eze's magic, that defensive three at the back of some of the best defenders in the league, it's hard. They did what they needed to do, but we didn't do enough. And when we did have the chances, we didn't put them away. I felt like we had more chances and probably did enough to win the game. We didn't. And we got a lifeline with the free kick as well. I've got to say, my boy Eze, that's my dog. That free kick was disrespectful. I don't know what happened to him.
Come, bro.
Yeah, it should have, but it was disrespectful. To know that the goalkeeper is going to be worse and do that is disrespectful. Like, look at the goalkeeper like, listen, I know you're worse. I'm hitting at you. I respect it. In terms of Chelsea's performance, like...
I think it was very disappointing. I think you guys, especially going into the season, I think the mood of Chelsea is higher than anyone else's going into the season. I think you lot have been absolutely buzzing. You know, world champions. Pre-season was perfect. João Pedro, the guy that you spent money on, delivering. I think everything was brilliant for a fast Chelsea starter. And I was somebody that was saying, I thought Chelsea were going to win your first 5 games. So you guys are staying in London. You guys, all your games are in London. First 5 games are in London. So I thought you guys are just going to come, do your job, win your games, and then we'll see. You started fast last season, so this isn't nothing that hasn't happened before. And then when I saw it go out, and I was like, why is it slow? Why is it lackluster? Like, what's going on? Palace are a very good team. I really like that. Glasner, any jobs that are opening up, I'm sure he's going to be in the contention. Won the Europa League with Frankfurt as well, which people don't talk about. But... I do think it was disappointing from Chelsea start. I thought you got better when Delap came on. You're going to cause a bit of havoc, but...
I heard disappointing, but what I would say is, I hear your first 5 games well. The reason why I didn't think like that is because ultimately, yes, we know this whole pre-season and whatnot. These guys are still not sharp yet. So for me...
Chelsea? Can you give Chelsea not sharp?
You guys'
pre-season was incredible, bro.
No, but this is the thing. You're saying that like pre-season's incredible, and I get the mood and everything, but like, for me... I still think that this was probably the best thing that could happen, because now you go, hold on, you can't just ride the horse of last season. That's gone. You got the gold badge. That's all cute, but you have to earn the respect of when you're playing against teams, and that's why I think the next game will be even better.
Who you playing next?
I don't even know, but all the games in London might be full of the same. But it's one of those things where the performance, like it was a reality check that just because we thumped PSG 3-0 in the final,
West Ham,
doesn't mean that we're gonna turn over everyone every single week. Esteval's cameo.
Your fixture list, you go around London, sorry. West Ham, Fulham, Brentford. Okay.
And then once we're finished out of London, where do we go?
United, Brighton, Liverpool, Forest, Sunderland.
So that's why we have
Tottenham.
That's why we have to get that
Chelsea relegation.
There was encouraging signs. Esteval's cameo, I was encouraged. Looks lively. Him and Cole Palmer seem to be on the same wavelength.
What's going on with Palmer though, man? The 0 open play goals since what was the stat? Have you seen the stat?
I've not seen the stat.
There's a stat that's going around.
Might be one
carry on. I'll get it up. No, it popped up on the official thing.
I definitely need more from them. I need him to be at his best as he was in the Club World Cup. And he's João Pedro. Basically, if you could take that Club World Cup run and say, listen, I need that every single week from everyone.
I think that's one thing though with the difference with cup tournaments and with the league. The league will always expose those
the consistency, exactly.
And that's where I actually think what you mentioned there with Liam Delap, I actually think getting the both of them was actually very good. Because they're different types of strikers. They give you different types of options. And okay, this game is not working for João Pedro. Liam Delap, go and switch it up. Go and be a hold up man. Go and run the channels. You know what I mean?
So but also, what Cole Palmer hasn't scored a Premier League goal from open play since January the 14th.
Don't worry, we'll rectify that. Rectify that. We have to rectify that. Because no Cole Palmer, no party. Like that's as real as it is for Chelsea. But what I will also say as well is, you know, your point about having depth and everything. We say all the time, young players. There's not many players in the Chelsea squad that I can be like, there's a apart from like your Moises Caicedo, where it's constantly 7s and aboves. It's Reece James, when he's fit, can give you that, but everyone's form kind of goes Pedro Neto might have a good 30 minutes. Then for 60 minutes, I'm like, oh, okay.
I think the most interesting thing for you lot this season will be, especially because you've got Fofana out injured, you've got Colwill out injured. Now, obviously, you've seen Josh Achimpong starting today.
Achimpong's good.
I think they're both good. And I actually think Chalobah's probably your most underrated player in the team.
Yep.
Sanchez behind them as well. That kind of defensive trident there kind of concerns me a little bit, because I always feel like you almost need that to be your safety net, whether it's the pairing in front or the goalkeeper behind. And I don't feel like at the moment Chelsea fans, even themselves, could say that they trust any of those.
When the manager comes out and says, the way we play, we need someone that is ball playing, and none of my guys can do that. It looks like he's saying, listen, we need to sign the centre back. And I've got to give you credit, because you said from last season that the reason why I respect Maresca is because he doesn't BS. He says how he is. He said straight, I need a centre back. Some of these wing players are a bit offy.
Yeah. Like, I think Chelsea are telling him, listen, internal solutions. You know what I mean?
They are.
You got he should. I don't. What he said, fair enough, is the right thing to do. But basically saying to the club, go buy another centre back.
I don't think.
And you've got a lot of centre back. You just brought in Hato as well. It's like, work with what you got, man. Nobody can have the perfect environment, the perfect situation. So I think he's going to have to work with it. But my question, obviously, I saw Maresca again. He spoke about the wingers. Yeah. And he said, we need another left winger. Fabrizio said that will be Garnacho, right? Garnacho. So let me ask you, what do you think about the signing of Garnacho? Because it seems like it's going to go through. Are you happy with it? What's your take on Garnacho to Chelsea? Because you know, we need that money for a centre mid. So please hurry up. You know what I mean?
My take on the Garnacho signing is it's very similar to how I felt about the Jadon Sancho signing when we spoke about it last year. Like, is that something you want to do? Realistically, no. I don't see what the upside of it is. But I don't think Garnacho is a total scrub. I don't think he improves Chelsea's starting lineup though. Does he offer something in terms of his scrappiness and liveliness? Yes, but is that the type of profile I go after? No, not really. I think the Xavi Simons one is a signing that does something. So I looked at the game yesterday and I thought a little bit of X factor, something does something.
But don't you think you guys have so much on the ball players? Even Gittins gets on the ball, he wants to run at you. Garnacho is happy to not have the ball and run onto things.
I know, I agree.
Maybe that could help.
I agree.
It's a different profile to what you got right now. Do you know what I'm saying?
I agree.
All your wingers want to get on the ball and
I think that's why they're doing it. But I just don't know if Garnacho is like, if I was to like go through Y Scout and be like, I need that profile that doesn't need the ball, I don't think Garnacho is the number one on my hit list. You know, I don't think that's where I want to spend my £40 million. You get where I'm coming
40,
from?
50,
but
get that to 50.
If he comes in, did you say get if he comes in,
I'd do 10 add-ons, man. Add-ons, bro. Champions League qualification.
PSR, man.
Champions League qualification.
He's homegrown. He came for the academy,
bro.
Dirty guys. But yeah, if that goes through, I do. At times at United, he did show what he can do. Let's not put it aside, but it's not one I would run to personally. For me, anyway. It's not one I would run to.